Hello, everyone. My name is Paul Murray, and I will be conducting a short video giving information on how to edit your committee page, your committee web page. This is directed to all of the committee chairs. Hope it'll be helpful for you. Starting out, to give you an outline of what we're doing, this is our district web page. And on the web page, we have menu items along the top, home, members only, calendar, directory, and so on. If you look at the far right, you see public image, youth service, membership, and foundation. Now, those are the 6 different areas where we have a director on the board working in that area. And each of the directors has committees underneath them that are identified as activities that the district does. We see the Paul Harris Society is one of those committees, and we're going to use the Paul Harris Society as an example as to how we can do some editing. Here we have the coordinator, PDG Fred Lonergan. And this is the page. We have a text and photograph on the right-hand side, probably the right 60%. And then on the left-hand side, we have a logo or a pin that identifies the specific page or the award or the actual society membership. What we're going to do is we're going to show you how you edit this page. Now, if we go back and we go into the actual members area in the upper right hand corner, you'll see members area. Click on that, and it will, assuming that you are logged in, it will take you to the members area. And we are in the members area now. And this is the menu system that is called the administrative menu system. It has different groups: home pages, district club memberships, for members, or for club executives. Those are different groupings, and the same groupings exist in the upper left or the along the top. The blue line, when selected, turns white, and underneath that it has subheadings. There's a whole bunch of them, but they're set out the same as the menu system in the middle, where if you select your club or yourself, your membership for members, you will have specifically what you want. Here we're selecting website, and the website content is what we're looking for. Under website content, we want pages. There we see pages. We're going to click on pages, and that should take us, or that should bring up the custom pages and site pages. These are what the web pages are divided into. Now we have custom pages on the left and site pages on the right. And the custom pages are newer. The site pages are a little bit earlier. Most of what we have are custom page libraries. And so if you look under custom pages or the site pages libraries, you'll find your specific web page. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on the custom page library, and that should take us to the listing of all of the custom pages for um, the uh, the website, and it shows 25 pages at a time, 25 different sites at a time. We're going to set it to all so we can see all of the different sites in one row or one column. So now we're going down to Paul Harris Society. They're in alphabetical order, so we should go to the P's. There we go, Paul Harris Society. David Kennedy is the director of that group. We will change that later on to being the current director, but we will click on Edit to go in and edit the file. Now, this is the format that it's in, and they're called widgets. The left one is where we had the specific, if we click on preview, we can see it, the specific pin that was the logo for the Paul Harris Society. And it's basically a little widget that holds a graphic. On the right-hand side, we have the actual text and titles and photograph of the individual responsible. So we'll go back now and we will edit the one on the right, which is what we are primarily going to be doing, is editing the information that's on the right-hand side of the screen. The little cog there is for properties. The X is to close it out. You don't lose it, you just close it out and it goes back to the library. The pencil is what we edit from. And the magnifying glass is to view the screen. We'll go to the pencil and do some editing. Now, this is a simple little editor. It's easy to use, and it has all of the basics that you need to edit a file. I won't go over all of the icons, but the first one that's important is to be able to resize this screen. And there is a, in the lower right-hand corner there's our save options, but and the graphic. But the first thing we want to do is change the size, and that is the maximize button. Click on that, and you'll see that the screen explodes. It makes it much larger, and now you can see what you will see when you look at it from the public's viewpoint. So what we want to do here is we want to change the actual photograph. This is Fred Lonergan, and we want to make it the new coordinator, which I believe is Neil Fogarty. Clicking on the image, if you do a right click, then you will get a shortcut menu. And if you look on the image properties, it will bring up the image properties box. Now that we have the properties box there, we will begin to edit the picture. That means we're going to remove this picture and bring a picture up of Neil Fogarty. We have properties on the left-hand side: size, margins, and alignment, left or right. But what we're going to do is we're going to click on the Browse Server icon in the top right-hand side. that will take us to the image library. And here's where all the images are, both ones that we upload, or ones that Club Runner has as inventory and Rotary has as inventory. If you take a look at the options that they have in the Club Runner photos there's quite a variety of them. We'll see if we can get some of them up to the screen. There we go. Different backgrounds that are typically seen at the Rotary International website. Different images, both large and small, of themes and logos. There's quite the resources there, depending upon where you want to put them in the web page. Now, if we move down a little bit to my files, my photos, and this is where all of our district photos are stored. And there's a tremendous amount of files in there. But what we're doing is we're looking at, I believe it's district offices. So if we go down to district offices and bring that up, we will have the location where we can do an upload. Just to give you an example of how you upload, you just, in the upper left hand corner, you'll see the word upload there. And if you click on the upload option, it'll take you to your computer where you can just select any photo that you want to upload. Here we've got a variety of people. There's Bruce Barber up there, past district governor Bruce. Let's double click on him, and that then will bring him up to the image library. It's as simple as that. Any photo that you want to upload to the internet, you simply go to the image library. But we don't want Bruce in this position. We want Neil Fogarty in it. So we'll double click on Neil, and that should bring him up to our properties box. And Neil's photo is 100 pixels larger than Fred's. So what we'll do is we'll have to resize it, selecting 250 and bring it down to 150. Typically, most of the pictures we put up are about 150 pixels wide. And do a little bit of editing to change the name. Just highlighting the way you would with any editor, nothing too different about it. And we won't worry about changing anything else because this is basically the same from here in. You've changed a photo, you've uploaded a photo, and that's kind of the process. So now we'll click on the maximize button and go back to the reduce size screen and do a save and publish. And it takes us back um, to the designer page for the Paul Harris Society, and we can go up and click on another tab that we have another copy of our district page on, and here it is. We should be able to click on Foundation, Paul Harris, to see the real picture, and there it is. We've upgraded it or updated it. This next area has to do with the committees module. This is a location database in ClubRunner where you identify your committee members. You get to it by going to Organization on the menu system, and then under Organization, you go to District Committees. And that will bring up the current 2018-19 district committees. You want to make sure you go to the 1920 ones, and then you will see a listing of the board and each of the committees, or some of them may be a committee of one, but they're still performing a function in the district, whatever that is. And some of them are committees of quite a number of people. But what I want to do is show you how you add members. Now, here I've selected my own committee, actually, and this is the IT support committee for the district. And we have 5 members on it, and you can edit those members or add some new members. And that's what I'd like to do at this point. I'd like to add a member to this committee so you have an idea as to how they can be added to. So here's the dialog box that comes up. Basically, what you want to do is select the club that they're from. I'm going to add John McKenzie from Orange North, and there Orange North came up. And here's the listing of the members in Orange North. And we go down to McKenzie, John McKenzie. Selecting him, and he's a member of the committee, and we do a save. And this is a completion of simply adding an additional person to a committee in the database. This allows us then to identify all of the activities of all of the members of all of the district. And that is basically it. You do a return, come back to the listing of pages, and you've completed the actual editing of adding people. And I would like to finish this little video by simply touching on these 4 tabs. Members, we've done. Subcommittees. The next one is documents and email. Subcommittees are for any group that you would have as a subgroup. The subcommittees can do the same thing that committees can do. Then we'll talk about emails. You can send emails from this program to all the members on your committee, and it'll keep a archive of all of the communications. And the third and the most important one is the Documents tab. It allows you to have and manage all the main and important documents of your committee. And I have uploaded a few of them here, one of them actually, and it identifies the photo that I have. And you can use that as a document to keep as your archive, not necessarily the photo, but important documents that might be minutes or financial statements. Here I'm creating a new upload. I'm just putting in there the name of it, uh, important document. Well done. And then we go down to the bottom, click on the file, and it brings up your computer's files. And I'm just going to grab a photograph of someone there. That's a good one of Ray and Fred Lonergan. We'll grab that and bring that up, pretending that that is an important file. And loading, loading, and saving it. And there it is. There's our important document in a centralized server system available for anyone who is going to be on this committee or will be on the committee in the future. They'll have an archive. So this is a valuable little program. So that concludes our presentation for today on the committee chair's duties. Thank you.